Beyonce divorcing Jay-Z. If this is really the case, our generation is probably going to be cooked. There's probably not going to be too many more marriages to see. And the reason why I say this is for the fact that think about how many people literally look up to celebrities and like celebrity relationships and think their goals and everything like that. And the last one, like the most pinnacle one you could possibly think of is Jay-Z and Beyonce. Before people would look up like to Offset and Cardi B, but we already know the infidelity is off the hook. So I think they ended up getting their divorce. And there's like no one really in the industry that's like has like a solid marriage that I can really think of. We know Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys had a marriage, and they still do. But you got Usher grinding up all up on her at the Super Bowl like this. So it's like, what's going on? And I just hope people will completely lose faith in marriage or the possibility of marriage working out, because I know our generation looks up to these people for like at least some type of goal in marriage or relationship or whatever it is. So this video is talking about Beyonce divorcing Jay-Z and Jay-Z going down and Diddy snitching. But I came here for the Beyonce and Jay-Z part. Let's see what's going on.
What I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time.
How you hear that?
So they together.
Who is he?
But they living separate. And part of the reason why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood, is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. You know that once that comes out and Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're going to see Beyonce divorce.
Honey, the day of reckoning is finally here with us, y'all. Beyonce and Jay-Z are putting...
Nah, that's true. That's only if he gets exposed, though. Because Diddy's been getting exposed for a lot of crazy things that he's been doing with these girls, like freak-off parties and some crazy actual desires and, like, handling young children. Like, you know, it gets really dark. If Jay-Z ends up getting exposed, Beyonce's gonna do what she has to do to save her career. Cause this is an industry couple. That's fast, bro. Oh my. All right, let's continue though.
Exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyonce divorce.
Honey, the day of reckoning is finally here with us, y'all. Beyonce and Jay-Z are putting up a united front in the media. But if word on the street is anything to go by, they're both locked in a private battle behind the scenes that may lead to divorce. Both of their teams are allegedly leaking information about what's going on, with Beyonce's team saying that she's the one pulling the plug, and Jay-Z's team saying he is the one who is fed up with the relationship. Regardless of who is pulling the plug, the bottom line is a divorce is on the way, allegedly. So according to what most people have observed, you can clearly see in their eyes that Jay-Z and Beyonce are not in love, especially when it comes to Beyonce. It's like she's not into him anymore and there's really no spark in her eyes. In fact, many people are of the opinion that when Beyonce is with Jay-Z, they look more like best friends or even siblings. And you know what has fueled the rumors of a separation even further? The speech that Jay-Z gave at the Grammys.
Well, I think like even from the jump, when it comes to like Jay-Z and Beyonce and like a lot of like industry couples, they probably did it like that boosts the attraction of them being seen. Like you have people being more invested, like, oh, they're so cute together and stuff like that. So it's like it's a power couple type of thing.
Rumors of a separation even further, the speech that Jay-Z gave at the Grammys.
I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work.
Apparently, the look on Beyonce's face said it all, and there were even reports after the speech that Beyonce was embarrassed and just wanted to leave. Actually, videos from the award ceremony show that the Carters left right after the speech because Beyonce was allegedly uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I hate to break it down to y'all, but according to recent reports, this marriage has allegedly been broken for a long time. In fact, there have been reports claiming that Jay-Z and Beyonce have been living separately for a while.
Yeah, that was a very awkward moment, and not only that, pay attention, bro. He said, I don't want to embarrass this young lady. As if, like, this is just someone I think he most definitely probably making money off Beyonce, and that he gave her a lot of her career back, I don't know, like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, and he helped her out a lot. It was a money move for both of them. Like I said, the publicity for both of them. And he's referring to her as a young lady. That's not referring to them as my love or my wife, which would have been preferred in such a serious situation. But this young lady, that's like, yo, this is just someone I'm working with right now. But hey, comment down below what y'all think about that. I could be looking a little too deep into it, but calling your wife this young lady on stage is questionable.
To recent reports, this marriage has allegedly been broken for a long time. In fact, there have been reports claiming that Jay-Z and Beyonce have been living separately for a while now, and the rift probably happened sometime before 2014. Of course, y'all recall that after the Met Gala in 2014, footage surfaced of Beyonce's sister Solange Knowles seemingly attacking Jay in an elevator at an after party. And the rumor was that she attacked her brother-in-law because he cheated on Beyonce. At the time, the family released the following statement. There has been a great deal of speculation about what triggered the unfortunate incident, but the most important thing is that our family has worked through it. Jay and Solange each assume their share of responsibility for what has occurred. They both acknowledge their role in the private matter that has played out in the public. That is what they fed the public. But behind the scenes, things were apparently not good at all. Like Beyonce's cousins even said at the time that she was so close to filing a divorce that in 2016, Bey dropped Lemonade, which was literally a breakup album. But it really looked like they worked things out, with Beyonce giving Jay-Z shout-outs here and there. But again, behind the scenes, things were reportedly not so good, even though they had their twins soon after. Maybe the kids were supposed to mend things, but we all know what happened.
They have more children? I didn't even know that. I only know Ivy. But, yeah, what y'all think? Yo, your sister fighting your husband? Like on some real serious physical stuff, I don't condone it at all. But you think there's coming back after that? Like how do you resolve that? Like what? I don't know, because there are definitely boundaries being crossed.
Happens when people decide to have babies as a solution to a broken marriage. Baby, it never ends well. Now, Jay-Z and Beyonce have been able to keep up appearances for all these years, but reportedly, that's going to be hard moving forward because Jay is up next to be exposed. The Diddy style, y'all. In case y'all haven't heard, insiders are saying that Diddy has no intention of going down alone. As a matter of fact, he has allegedly started snitching, and based on reports, the next person we expect to follow suit is Jay-Z. These two have been always pretty close until recently when Diddy was exposed. But with Diddy allegedly snitching on him, it's not looking good in Jay's camp. What you need to know, guys, is that Jay-Z is not young. So that means that a lot of the things he did in the past are not on social media. That's why he's managed to keep things quiet this far. But it does not mean that people have not been spilling the tea. Let me tell y'all something. The first person who we expect to expose Jay is reportedly his dear wife, Beyonce.
No way.
Probably after the divorce becomes public. For starters, the timeline of when they started dating has always been sus. Well, Beyonce said in interviews that she was 18 when they first met and 19 when they first started dating. But based on folks who were around back in the day, Jay started hooking up with Beyonce when she was much younger, as young as Foxy Brown, when he hooked up with her.
This was allegedly a romantical thing. It's all right, I'll say alleged, but we know. Yeah, she hit it before Beyonce.
She did. She just trying to get messy on her show. Yeah, she had it before me. She over here trying to get messy, bro.
Allegedly.
Sometime back, there were allegations that Jay took Fox's V card when he was 27 and she was in her teens, and he funded her shopping trips all while paying for her hair and nail salon visits while she was still in high school. See, the thing about Jay-Z is
crazy.
That he pays to keep things hidden.
But I do feel like back in the day, that was just more normal. Even though it sounds crazy, but like for an older man to like, it sounds so crazy, but I feel like that happened more often. Or it could just happen just as often. I don't freaking know, but yeah.
than from the headlines. With
Doesn't make it
Beyonce,
right.
He married her. But with Foxy, there have been reports that he still pays her to keep the details of what happened between them a secret, which would explain why, when Foxy was questioned about the true nature of their relationship, she told TMZ, "The atrociousness of this story sickened me to my stomach. Any and everyone involved will be contacted by my attorney. In all my years in the music industry, these are the most disgusting and disrespectful allegations I've ever experienced. This fictitious story with no audio, visual, or written interview clearly was concocted with malicious intent." But you know who Jay-Z has been unable to pay off? Rymir Satterthwaite's family. Baby, Rymir has been trying for almost a decade to try and get Jay-Z to take a paternity test to prove he is his father. But apparently, Jay-Z used his power and influence to block that paternity test. Based on what Rymir spilled, his mother Wanda hooked up with Jay-Z in 1992 at his aunt's apartment in Brooklyn, New York, after Jay first picked her up in Philadelphia.
That's them right there. He over there grabbing them cheeks. I think that says enough. And I'm not gonna lie, wait, let's run it back to him. Let's run it back real quick.
Try and get Jay-Z to take up has been trying.
Hey, bruh. I don't know, but I can see it in the nose. And them leather lips. You know, Jay-Z be having them leather lips. No gay, pause, but it is what it is. I can see it. What y'all think? Y'all think that's his uncommon blow?
For almost a decade to try and get Jay-Z to take a paternity test to prove he is his father. But apparently, Jay-Z used his power and influence to block that paternity test. Based on what Rymir spilled, his mother Wanda hooked up with Jay-Z in 1992 at his aunt's apartment in Brooklyn, New York, after Jay first picked her up in Philadelphia. And the story is that they used protection, but it failed. And other than a visit from him 2 weeks later, they never saw each other again. And she had no idea how to contact Jay-Z when she found out she was pregnant. In 2011, Wanda even filed a civil lawsuit in New Jersey seeking child support from Jay. But the lawsuit was ultimately dismissed because it was filed in the wrong state and was never refiled. At the time, Jay-Z's lawyer also stated,
it was definitely different back in the day. I think they had bleepers at most, but there was no social media, nothing.
That Jay was not an interested party with respect to the custody of Rymir. And since then, it's been a long battle for Rymir trying to get Jay-Z to do a paternity test. But Jay has never agreed to one. Now, according to Rymir, Jay-Z has been using his wealth and power to avoid taking a paternity test. And he revealed how he was denied a fair hearing in court because of legal mistakes and malpractice. He's even gone for his own lawyers, accusing them of colluding with Jay-Z's legal team to help him get out of taking the test.
These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, collusion, who knows what it's for, money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in the courtroom feeling like we're already the and we did nothing wrong.
Okay, riddle me this. What reason would Jay have to hide a child he had so long ago? He wasn't even known like that back then. And his first album hadn't even a child he had so long ago.
You can see it.
He wasn't even known like that back then. And his first album hadn't even been released. So what image was there to protect? And how would him having a child back then mess up his image? Well, guess what? It's possible that Jay-Z is denying the allegations because when he allegedly hooked up with Wanda, he was 22 and she was 6 years younger. Do the math and you'll understand why he refuses to have that DNA test done. Wanda's age when she hooked up with Jay-Z is actually something that Wanda's godmother noted when she said, "I got a call from his in-house lawyer and they were very helpful. And we thought we would resolve this privately." They even talked about Rymir's music talent and whether it was a good time to put him on the record label, but he had to finish high school, so I said no. Suddenly, different lawyers got involved and their attitude completely changed. I think they realized there was more at stake for Sean, given that Wanda was allegedly underage. Now, y'all know, even before Diddy's cases were made public, there were interviews behind the scenes for about...
That money and influence gets you a long way. Even when it comes to judges, you pay up, you offer a judge the right price, they could take it. It really takes a judge it takes a righteous judge that truly believes in God and puts God before everything to not take $5 million to favor it in someone else or just to not have that trial or thing at all.
a year, and the things that were made public were not even half of what happened. In Cassie's case particularly, Jay-Z and Beyonce were mentioned in the original document, and I don't know in what context, but they were edited out of the lawsuit. So it's possible that as we speak, there are already interviews and cases being put together, and if word on the street is anything to go by, Beyonce won't be by his side when things go down. But what do you think? Is the divorce between Bey and Jay-Z inevitable? Is Jay just counting the days before the first official case against him drops? Sound off in the comments.
Yeah, I definitely would not say that this is gonna be an inevitable situation, but the fact of the matter is that Diddy has been experiencing a lot of backlash and being exposed for a lot of different things that he had with his exes. In order for Jay-Z to get exposed, it would have to take a person of influence or someone that was in his circle to actually reveal that information. Because like if it's coming from anyone else, then it's not as reliable or as credible. But now if you're getting like court documents of people that were actually interacting with him, or even if P. Diddy was to reveal something, that would be really crazy. And Beyonce finna dip. She gonna dip. Because now think about this. She could either play as if she didn't know and stay, but then people are gonna be like, you know that. It'll be interesting for her career. You know what I'm saying? She's always been at the top. That'll also be very interesting for her career. But comment down below what y'all think on this topic right here. Do y'all think they will end up getting a divorce or just stay together forever? All right, comment down below. Make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. The same way you're going to catch me in the next one. Peace. Love y'all.